So it's an honor to be here. It's a very important area for us. We've done more for, and I say it proudly, more for the black population than any president since Abraham Lincoln. That's a big statement. And crooked Joe Biden has done nothing for you except talk. It's only talk. It's all talk. He gets nothing. He gets nothing for anyone who was lost. He's in Europe. He's walking around. He doesn't know where the hell he is. And he's supposed to help Detroit. I don't think so. But we achieved the lowest African-American unemployment rate and the lowest African-American poverty rate ever recorded during my 4 years. We lifted 6.6 million people out of poverty. Black Americans saw their largest increase in home ownership on record. There's never been anything like it. This is during our period of time. We gave record funding to historically black colleges and universities. You all know that.
So one of the biggest crooks in the country. And by that, 34 counts is what I'm talking about.
You know, the cackling hens of the view just have to say something. Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Today, I'm talking about that event that was held over the weekend at 180 Church in Detroit, Michigan. Now, I know I've already done a video on it, but I wanted to show you another aspect of that event that has those on the left literally losing their minds, like they haven't done that already. But anyway, before we get back to the video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And please watch the video to the end and make sure you hit that notification bell. Now, let's get back to the video.
Convicted felon is telling black people that people coming for their jobs. This is the narrative that is being pushed to black voters.
And the narrative that's being pushed to black voters from the left is that America hates you. You have to be 10 times better. Isn't that what Jim Crow Joe said at the Morehouse commencement ceremony? Yeah, that's what they always say. They push victimhood. They push racism. They push division.
Lawyer and calling it a legal fee is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. You know what I'm saying? So, if anything, that's making my support grow stronger, because I see people get falsely convicted and the court system go target somebody. If they got a target on your back, obviously they'll make up anything. It was clearly targeted, and they wanted to do it before the election. It's clearly, it's too clear that it was political. If he's such a big criminal, racist, this, that, and the other, and the thing you get him for is paying his lawyer, I'm with him.
Because I tell you, black men are not happy with the Biden-Harris administration. And the Biden-Harris administration knows this. That's why they have someone in Detroit every other week. For the last 5 weekends, every other week, somebody from the Biden-Harris administration here. And they're not coming here and saying, hey, we did this, they did this. They're coming here to keep us docile, keep us unaware, keep us simple and meek. But we know life was better under Trump. We know we had more money in our pockets under the Trump administration. We know we weren't going to our local gas station making major financial decisions between a bag of chips and a can of pop. We know what that feels like. So as we go forward, looking back like the Sankofa bird, make the right decision. Make the right decision not based off of emotions, but based off of economics. Make the right decision based off of how your family could be better positioned. Make that decision. We got Sheree Tanadar as our congressman. That is just like, not in Detroit. That's just how confused they have us.
I agree, because Democrats, if you listen, they point the finger at Republicans. But actually what someone needs to ask Democrat politicians is, what have you done for me lately? What have you done? Not what so-called how bad they are, but what have you done? Oh, I know myself. You don't have to tell me because I'm paying attention. That's what Democrats do. They just talk about the other side, say Republicans are racist, they don't like Black people, when clearly it's the Democrats that don't like Black people. And this gentleman right here said it the best. They come every few years to keep us docile. Stay your Black A squared on the Democrat plantation. Where you think you going, you uppity N-word? Yeah, that's what yeah. You know what LBJ said? He said he'll have those ends voting Democrat for the next 200 years. Well, some of us have escaped the Democrat plantation. I am free. Finally. You know, it's like a Harriet Tubman situation going on with me. But some people are determined to stay on the plantation. I just showed a video not too long ago, very recently, with Governor Hochul of New York. She said Black kids in the Bronx don't even know what a computer is. Not that they may be too poor for their family to own one, but they don't know what it is. What? It's the one, I'll link it at the end of this one. That's the one where, you know, the white liberals are saying, well, you know, they don't know. They don't know how to go to the DMV. And then they interview Black people and they're like, yeah, I have a smartphone with data. Of course I have data. We know how to use computers. Yeah, I know how to get to the DMV. Who told you that? Yes, of course I have an ID. It's ridiculous. It's the soft bigotry of low expectations. That's not doing anyone any good. And a lot of Black folks, I know I'm Black, but I don't fall into this category, that believe we are less than because we talk about this white supremacy thing. And I don't think people realize what they're actually saying. You're literally saying that someone is better than you because of the color of their skin, which is ridiculous. We're all the same. We're all equals. Okay. And the left always pushes a victim and oppressor narrative is what they push. They push victimhood, suppressed and suppressor. It's what the left pushes every single time. And it's low expectation, victimhood. That is racism. Remember? Yeah, it's racism. The crime bills that Black people seem to know about, but let Joe Biden get away with it. He actually pushed policy that hurt a group of people, whereas Donald Trump just may have said a couple of words or sentences in jest, but they were not policies that affected our lives. They were just things that were said that had nothing to do with anything because it did not affect us. And he said it before, like way in the past. So we know the Democrats don't have a leg to stand on. They know that they're making everything up. They know, but they're just hoping we're dumb enough to believe them. And I also want to show just exactly where we are with the polling when it comes to Donald Trump versus Biden. I want to show you where we are with the polling. CNN is giving some polling numbers, but I have to say that polls don't necessarily equate to votes on election day. So we still have to get out there and vote. Pray that everything is as fair as it can be. And even if people try to cheat, it's too big to rig.
Senior data reporter Harry Enton is with us. So where does the race stand among African-American voters right now?
Yeah, I keep looking for this to change, to go back to a historical norm. And it's simply put, has not yet. So this is the margin, or Biden and Trump among Black voters, compare where we were at this point in 2020, compare where we are now. At this point, look at this. In 2020, Joe Biden was getting 86% of the African-American vote. Look at where it is now. It's 70%. That's a 16-point drop, John. And more than that, it's not just that Joe Biden is losing ground. It's that Donald Trump is gaining ground. You go from 7%, single digits at this point in 2020, to now 21%. And again, John, I keep looking for signs that this is going to go back to normal, and I don't see it yet in the polling. If anything, right now, we're careening towards a historic performance for a Republican presidential candidate, the likes of which we have not seen in 6 decades.
And when you dig into this number here, what is the makeup of that number?
This is where we get very interesting. So I decided to dive deeper into the crosstabs, figure out where is it that Joe Biden is truly struggling among black voters. All right. So this is black voters, Biden versus Trump margin. Look at black voters age 50 and older. And you'll see, look, Joe Biden was leading amongst this group at this point by 83 points back in 2020. Now it's 74 points. So yeah, a slight decline in that margin, but nothing out of this world. Look at black voters under the age of 50. Holy cow, folks. Holy cow. Look at this. Joe Biden was up by 80 points among this group back at this point in 2020. Look at where that margin has careened down towards. It's now just, get this, 37 points. That lead has dropped by more than half, Mr. Berman. I just never seen anything like this. I'm like speechless, because you always look at history and you go, okay, this is a historic moment. If this polling is anywhere near correct, we are looking at a historic moment right now where black voters under the age of 50, which have historically been such a big part of the Democratic coalition, are leaving it in droves.
That is a huge.
Leaving it in droves. And further into this video, they talk about, the RFK factor. Who is RFK hurting more? Is it Biden or Trump? He's hurting Biden more. So we see that the polls are favoring Trump, but we still have to turn those polls into votes, because that still doesn't equate to votes. So we need to get out and vote, do our due diligence, research, and those people, and those of us who are still, suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, let's not suffer from it any longer, because we know the Democrats haven't done anything. And I want to show you exactly what's on voters' minds and what actually matters to them. This is on Gallup.com. We have inflation here at the very top, and it matters a great deal. It's in the great deal column, and then we have a fair amount and not at all. So more than half are concerned with inflation, with the gas prices, the food prices, and even interest rates if you were looking to purchase a home. Crime and violence ranks 2 at 53%, almost the same amount. Hunger and homelessness at 52%. The economy, the availability and affordability of healthcare. Now, illegal immigration, let's just go down to here, is at 48%. Illegal immigration. So that's almost half. And illegal immigration affects hunger and homelessness, crime and violence, and the economy. That factor alone affects other areas as well. So we see that people are very concerned with inflation, crime and violence, the economy, and illegal immigration. So warriors, let's get out and pray, and of course, try to encourage our family and friends who have TDS that they need to look into the actual policies more than someone's personality. Someone's personality doesn't do anything to harm me. They can say whatever ridiculous things. And Donald Trump is rough around the edges. He's rough, but he gets the job done. Well, that's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching me here today. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You can also catch me on Rumble, ChatWithMeLindaB, but type it in as one word when you're on Rumble. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, and X as ChatWithMeLindaB. And also you can email me, chatwithmelindab@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for watching. Be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And as I always say, march on, warriors.